poor man's bezel-less smartphone is what I call the LG Q6 in my full review. I usually like to make the revisited kind of videos after at least 6 months because that is when a user gets to know all the pros and cons of a phone precisely. But this time it's an exception, not because it's a great phone, but because I want to tell you, LG brings something new and interesting to the table every time, but their bad choices ruin the experience. Bringing a 2:1 aspect ratio with minimum bezels have become common in the past few months in the budget segment, but it was LG's first move to bring that trend to the most affordable smartphones. The display is the highlight, which makes the package look great because at the time, the only smartphone which tried to give the customers the G6 experience was this. The display is crisp and it feels over-sharpened, but no one will ever notice unless they put another smartphone with higher price tags side by side. Viewing angles, color accuracy, brightness levels outdoors will never be a problem. After all, it's an IPS LCD panel. To be frank, I cannot even find or point out a valid problem, and for the price, display is all you get. The only good choice made by LG. From here, everything is a letdown, and the first frustration starts from the security perspective. Face recognition. In 2017, they were the first to bring back the face unlock to make it mainstream, and I tried using it while I was reviewing this unit, and it was fairly good in low lighting conditions too, when there is a little bit of light on my face, but it won't work when I needed it the most, and so I started using the pin to unlock, which is less intuitive, and almost all the phones that came after this phone with a bezel-less screen made sure they included a fingerprint sensor, which this one lacks. And LG's choice of completely getting rid of fingerprint sensor on this device is still unknown, but a bad choice anyway. The next irritating thing is the build of this phone. The plastic used on this phone is good for grip in the hand, but then it gets scratched and looks ugly just after 2 months of usage, and it's getting even worse day by day. But the in-hand feel doesn't hinder the experience because you're mostly touching the sides of the phone, which is aluminum, but for 15,000 rupees, the plastic on the back is a bad choice. Then comes the software, which I started to like in the beginning, but I completely regret what I said in my full review. The software is the only thing that breaks everything. It's heavy, and every slowdown you observe is because of the software and not because of the processor inside, because 435 is a decent processor and Xiaomi's MIUI can completely take advantage of the processor. But LG's skin is a resounding no. No update can improve LG's performance, and the battery optimization is straight away trash. The multitasking might satisfy you with that 3 GB of RAM and decent RAM management. You'll experience force closes and stuttering issues every now and then, and I'll put the blame on the software skin completely. Their choice of a 3000 mAh battery is bad because I would have liked to see a 4000 mAh battery inside with a bulky form factor or a better battery optimized device, because the battery life is just terrible. Even on standby, the battery drains quickly and sometimes I find it dead by the afternoon. So the software and the battery capacity together becomes a bad choice, but we can't do anything regarding that. And if software updates is a thing, LG shouldn't be your choice in the first place. Let's get to the final part, the camera. Pressing the volume down button twice from the lock screen brings you to the camera application, which is nifty. Thoughts haven't changed much here because it's still the same with no updates whatsoever. But I had good time capturing some pictures in good lighting conditions, and I can confidently say it's one of the best cameras in this budget if it's in the right hands. But as I said in the full review, it exhibits noise in any lighting conditions, and sometimes the highlights are blown out even in good lighting conditions. But being able to switch between regular and wide angle on front camera makes it a great selfie camera for group selfies, but the quality isn't that great but manageable. The quality both the front and rear cameras retain is a big plus, so a lot of bad choices made this phone not so desirable. That display alone helped it in sales at first, but there are a lot of alternatives right now. Don't choose this one any further, you'll be disappointed for sure. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching and see you all in the next one.